Welcome to this live stream today, on the 14th of May, 2021. Feel yourself also clearing out your throat chakras, clearing your throat chakras and feeling your higher selves coming into your beautiful vessels of light, your body temples, feeling all of your chakras opening, feeling all of your crystals around you, getting your shungite at the ready. Maybe you have a set of elite shungite, 7 pieces, 1 for each chakra. Maybe you've got a crystal chakra set. Maybe you have a beautiful personal crystal. Just feeling all of your crystals around you. Maybe even if you want to put them on your body as well. I love to place mine directly on the skin. We call in our guides and helpers together. We call in and command forth the power and the presence of our guides and helpers, power animals, allies, helpers, ancestors and star family, and feeling all of your beloveds coming so close with you, because this is indeed a co-creation as we build the temple of light together. So as Sally goes into trance and the beautiful divine mother Isa comes in, is feeling your hearts opening nice and wide, feeling your feet stretching down into the earth through the roots, your toes like straw-like roots unfurling and spiraling down, and just seeing your base chakra spinning, and feel how it's spinning and just drawing up the red nectar straight away as we open together, as we build the temple of light together, as we call in that quota of light, as we envisage and as we move forward from the last beautiful live, where we talked about crystals and tessite rocks and shungite, and feel that beautiful visioning, that manifesting meditation that we did, and feel that we're gonna go from there. We're gonna move and expand and feel the divine mother coming in as well to bless us all as we open our chakras even wider.
Intikikarantambja, sikaya atekartene. Itui askuritam, torikayeshe. Otikasatyanama, rohe katashkityon sanima tioreka. Anyame, toyek atretekesh katyan, to tam sakarteisha. Yome artaish kaitiase. My beautiful children, I see you. I love you. You are my beloved. Within each one, my love flows deep inside in your bodies that are made of light, that I see shining. For beloved are you, who carry my light, who know yourselves to be one with me and with all of creation, bringing the new creation. Feel the excitement, my beloved children. We are coming forward. You can feel my presence every day stronger. For I am the rising of the new understanding within you and within all who have the ears to hear and the heart to love and the eyes to see their spirit, to understand that all of creation comes forward from that which is not known into becoming known, into that which is not seen into becoming seen. All of creation comes from that which seems to be the silence and is not heard, the vastness of the sound of our presence. And that which you have forgotten is being remembered. For the light is within you, awakening, leading you forward. Do not be afraid of how many steps you take, how long it might seem the path. For my beloveds, you come from the center, from my heart, and you are always here in my heart. Though you may shine your lights and walk abroad into the visible world of your making, yet you dwell in my heart, and I in yours. For I am the very love that is the essence of your being. I am that which is within and appears in all forms. I am that which is revealed. I am that which is hidden. Oh, my beloved children, I bless you. Let the great cosmic sun shine upon you and illuminate your path, my beloved children. That you may never lose your deep memory of who you are.
Just reminding you to give this video a like and do leave a comment. And if you're fresh to the channel, do give us a follow and a subscribe. And just to let you know, we greatly appreciate your support in helping Chung Fu's message go further afield. It's a co-creation.
So, greetings, dear ones.
So
welcome.
Chung Fu is I'll just give you a time check 10 minutes from the end, if that's all right. I'll just come over there and do the secret handshake.
Peace, beloved.
Please, thank you.
Greetings to you all. Welcome. Blessings in peace. May the living spirit that is within all things come forward. And within you bring the light of your higher self to illuminate your mind with positive thought, with upliftment, with clarity of perception, and bring to your heart resilience, personal power, confidence and courage, compassion and joy and love. May your higher self bring into your body strength, stamina, good health, well-being, deep soul connection, immunity, abundance, and deep understanding that is beyond the mind. Blessings and peace.
Blessings and peace.
And so, as you know, beloved ones, I've been working with you to bring forward that which you deeply know, which is that the reason you are here on earth is to build your strength, to evolve your soul here in your body, to understand that you are the living spirit manifesting yourself here on this earth, that you are free, that you are unencumbered by earthly matters, even though you may feel very encumbered, when you understand that you are the living spirit and that you have choice in every moment, to what extent you wish to identify with any limitations or restrictions, and that your spirit understands many things that are beyond the mind and brings those realizations and enlightenments forward as and when you are ready in your body, heart, and mind. And that preparation takes some time. And all of you, of course, are engaged in that journey of preparation for the greatest illumination possible for you right now. And of course, in every moment, instant enlightenment is not only possible at this time, but very probable. And that is a matter for, we could say, cosmic science to bring forward, to prove to you. But perhaps you can feel it anyway in your body, heart, and mind. You can sense how extraordinary this time is, both in darkness and in light, and in the power that you have to choose between these very extreme manifestations at this time. And this is the purpose of you being here, to prove, you could say, to yourself and all humanity, your personal power in making that choice for your soul's evolution, to free yourself, to unchain yourself, unbind yourself, whether that is from wounding of the past in this life or other lives or ancestral restrictions, all kinds of reasons why you may have limited by your own volition your evolution in this time. And as you undo any of those ties that bind you to what was in any way, in this timeline, anything that happened in your soul's stories, as you undo all of those binds, very simply and according to the divine law, you are released. And you have understandings that were always right there available for you, but you couldn't quite see them. It's like having powers that you simply had to switch on, but you didn't know how. As many of you will have realized at this time, the power of the mind is supreme. Everything that is being done on the negative front in your world at the moment is due to power of mind. Mind, of course, not always in the most positive sense. And yet we are, you could say, the positive army of mind. Building connection together. Building at-one-ment, unity. Building deep soul connection that transcends this kind of psychology that is being used to manipulate many minds in your world. Millions, billions have been taken off guard, not understanding techniques that are being used of mind. They are well tried, they are documented. Psychologists amongst you know all about it. The mind control that is being used upon humanity, in fact, has always been used, but more subtly perhaps than now. And perhaps you can see with your own vision what I'm talking about. And if you can't see it, well, I really encourage you to look and see what I'm talking about and realize the various tools that are used, but also study them for yourself, realizing the principles. And that is really what I want to talk to you today. I want to call it building the fortress of your mind, your spirit mind, the mind that controls all your life. The thoughts that are in your mind that you don't perhaps always realize are there for the many compartments of mind, but especially the subconscious mind, are not always visible to you, not always tangible. You don't know where is this thought coming from? Where has this mental content been made? I don't remember making it. Those of you who work with me know that we work a lot in the subconscious to understand and to honor what is there. It's there for a reason. It's there to remind you of your soul's evolutionary work in this life. For of course you live in your body and in your heart in truth, and yet your mind, if it is not in balance, will throw you out of that natural living and take you into strange kinds of worlds of pain and suffering, limitation and darkness. And then you understand, yes, indeed, there are many layers of my mind. How have I ended up in here? And again, those who've worked with me, we work together to disentangle you, to bring you out of those kinds of nightmarish beliefs and systems of mind that keep you entrapped and limited, small and fearful. And indeed, that is one of the main purposes of building a fortress of the mind, is to understand that actually you do not have to be susceptible to powerful thoughts that are negative and that hurt you and try to get in, you could say, through the back door of your mind, through your subconscious beliefs and fears, pains and wounds of the past, loss, grief, and sorrow, which is, of course, rife upon the earth. There are very few beings who do not carry some wounding, whether visibly or invisibly. And so in this great work of evolution and of integration, of healing, of becoming one with yourself, of returning to the very center of your being, of claiming your power as you in your direct relationship with the divine, goddess, God, great spirit, the universe, cosmic being of power, creator, creatrix. The words are the attempt of generations of minds to see what cannot be seen, to hear what cannot be heard, to name what cannot be named, and to understand that which is beyond mental understanding. And yet, your spirit knows. Your heart directly in line, in the channel from your soul and into your body, knows when truth is spoken, knows what love is uncomfortable and disturbed by anything other than love, but does not always have the words to explain it. And so it is, building a fortress of mind is very much about your vocabulary. It is about the words you speak. Many of you have studied other writers and leaders who talk about this subject. It's a very important subject. Everything that is happening on your earth at the moment is due to power of mind distorted, contorted, and taken over by greed for power. And everything I wish to teach you is about the power of mind realigned to soul and to higher self and powered by love. You rediscovering the power of love that you are. That is my greatest passion, to assist you to open up to who you truly are, to bring back often from places where you have kind of disappeared and hidden to, all of you, all of your colors. For in that fortress, which we are calling the fortress of your mind, many parts of you have to be released in order indeed to be functional. You could say on the ramparts, on the lookout posts, which are the awarenesses within you, the consciousness of your thoughts, the realization that these thoughts are indeed either getting you into trouble, into pain, into fear, into anger, even into hatred, that your thoughts really are ruling your life. But what you want is for your spirit, your heart, your soul to rule your life. Because in truth, that is who you come back to. When you have lived out your days, you bring all of that harvest into your soul. And you yourself know at that time whether you have created nourishment and shining light for your soul from your mind, or whether you are bringing back into your soul many unhealed places that you will have to bring forward again in another life. For above all, you are builders. You are here in this world to build reality. You could say to manifest God, Goddess's plan. You can use many words, but what I want to emphasize is it's your world. You chose this earth to make it yours. And the spirit of the earth chose you, especially when you are a light worker, as you all are. Because the earth is alive and conscious and called to you to come forward, to stand strong, and to protect her. And of course, when you manifest that protection, you are also protecting yourselves, because you are the earth. You are the earth beings. You are the allies, the creator, creatrix allies. And in this life, you are observing extraordinary phenomenon. Some of the phenomena are in fact very negative, and you may have experienced fear. This would not be surprising as you come to understand what is truly going on, and as you come to realize that your instinct is correct, that actually you don't have to be struck or affected by this negative energy. Because you know a nice jumper when you like to wear it, you know a nice dress, a beautiful pair of shoes that you choose to wear, you're very used to that. No, I don't like red or I don't like green, I wear these colors. But likewise, you wear beliefs. You wear your mental creations. You have to wear them all day long. I believe in this, I believe in that, I don't believe, I do believe, I don't like red, I do like blue. You're constantly choosing what you're wearing that day in terms of your mind's clothing. So how do you build a fortress of mind? Well, I'm sure many of you, in fact, I'm looking out here and yes, you understand me, a fortress of the mind. Not because you don't want to let people in, but you have a drawbridge and you have a moat and you are protected and safe in there. Or are you? If your mind is a fortress of positivity, then yes. But there are many kinds of fortress. And of course, that's the one I'm talking about. But perhaps you're going to have to pull down some of the places where your fortress is indeed prohibiting the angelic beings, the divine beings, your guides and helpers, from coming to be part of your life, co-creators with you of the life you truly desire. So that's right. In my fortress of the mind, there are lookout posts for angels. There are places where deities sit, near altars or behind altars that you worship at, that you bring offerings to. In my fortress of the mind, there are many offerings. There is so much love. And there is a willingness, you could say, for the change of the guard, because sometimes some thoughts, some constructs of mind are more useful than at other times when others are best serving you, depending on your activities, depending on your visions and what you desire to achieve at this time. But the inside of the fortress is full of resource, full of power. You could say there are engines in the basement or in the cellars that are manufacturing the power of love, the power of light, positivity, upliftment. That is the fortress we want to create. Like any fortress around the edges of your world, you can feel the concept of protection. That's right, you're in a dual world of dark and light, so-called bad and so-called good, so-called negative, so-called positive, all of which you judge through the lens of the moment and have feelings about in the moment and need to be able to keep yourself safe while you determine, is this a powerful and negative foe that approaches my castle and will attack or in some way diminish my being? Or is this an ally and I need to rapidly pull up the drawbridge, open the gates, let them in, for they are helping me. And so discernment is so important in your mind, understanding what you need, understanding your strengths and your weaknesses, making sure to protect your inner child on the inside of your fortress. And a fortress, above all, means a strength place, a place where you feel strong, where you are defended, to stay strong, to stay in your power. And inside a fortress is everything you need, all your supplies, supplies of divine love, supplies of extraordinary strength, stamina, everything I invoke for you in my prayers at the starts of your ceremonies, at the starts of your sessions. And inside your fortress, There are chapels, sanctuaries, temples. Always, throughout time, the warriors pray to the gods and the goddesses. You are the warriors of the light. You are the rainbow warriors of the light. Many have taken that initiation. Feel your colors. Feel the multicolored presence in your fortress of light that you build with the many different thoughts, the constructs of mind that make you strong, that surround you with that strength and protection, that help you grow even stronger. Just for a moment, breathe and relax your body. And imagine yourself with many allies and many beloveds with you, as you in your own way are looking after many souls and can feel them here with you or around you, and you draw them in. You offer them protection. Through the strength of your being and your emanations of light, you know that you can protect some. And I'm sure there are beings in your world that you wish to protect indeed, and perhaps are concerned about. In your fortress is everything, all healing powers, healing sounds, healing remedies, healing powers within your hands and your heart. And here we are also speaking of educating people with the power of mind to create their own fortresses, that they come here to your place of power to learn how to empower themselves as you are now. So there are many kinds of brick, many kinds of construction that you can choose from, always depending upon the climate that you find yourself in as to the ways that your places of power are built, your fortresses of the mind. Right now, you have a very good reason to build yourselves a powerful fortress of mind that cannot be penetrated by the attempts to whip up fear, anxiety, doubt, shame, pain, wounding inside you. It is the most important thing you can do at this time, is to remain aware of the subtle ways, and even not so subtle ways any longer, that you are being coerced into certain kinds of thinking or emoting or even actions. Actions, before you are really ready, you take actions that you might subsequently regret. And at this time, that is why I'm bringing this teaching forward, so that when you make your free choices, and you are free whatever you think, you are free in your choices, and especially medical choices. When you make your choices, you need to know yourself really well. And you must make sure you never make choices without that certainty, that strength of heart that you feel when your soul is saying yes. So having this positive mind fortress is very important at this time, so that you can clearly think what is best for you, your partners, your friends, your families. So let us begin to create this fortress for you. Feel yourself standing in the middle of an area, a place that you choose to build. Your safety, your security, your immunity, your protectedness. Breathe and feel your feet upon the ground. And feel yourself saying inside, I am powerful, I am strong, I am invincible. I am invulnerable. And as I stand here, I am one with the divine creator and with the earth. I bring in the divine thoughts here into my body, my heart, and my mind. And every thought that comes brings me a brick of positivity to lay down on the walls of my fortress. And every breath that I take brings me the energy to lift another concept, another brick, to put it down, to make the walls of light, of safety and security, of personal power, of truth and love and beauty. And as you look around, you realize the spirits have brought you many, many bricks. And they're also waiting for your instructions. And every brick is a positive affirmation, an empowerment, a gift from the divine, a blessing, love, peace, unity, joy, compassion, kindness. You see these piles of bricks ready for you to say go, for you to say yes to all of this positive thinking. Yes to all of the affirmations of personal power that you are making in each brick as it goes along, and the spirit beings are helping you. And the first whole line of bricks is going down, and the area is delineated, and the water beings come and they create a moat around your castle or fortress, a moat of love, a divine feminine holding presence around the strength and the yang of your internal power fortress, the world of your mind in which you live, the world of your beliefs and understandings. As you breathe, you look around and witness that first line of bricks, full of your affirmations of grounding, positivity. I am the living spirit within. I am safe. I am protected. Around me, all my spirit guides work with me and manifest my visions. And as you start to feel your own presence in the center, you start to give commands, and you find now that there are whole layers of brick with one affirmation. I am strong, the next layer. I am grounded. I am deeply connected to the earth. I am loved by the earth. I'm invited here by the earth, and I bring to the earth my star self. And all that next line of bricks full of that power. And then opening, feeling yourself blessing the bricks with your positive affirmation. I am the living embodiment of divine love here upon the earth. And you say it a few times. I am the living embodiment of divine love here upon the earth, as your guides and helpers bring the next layer of bricks, building it up, building it up. I am the living embodiment of divine love here upon the earth. Feel the meaning of that affirmation. Feeling yourself blessing the bricks with your affirmations and seeing your guides and helpers, placing them, building the wall higher and higher. Everything I think, feel, say, and do is for my highest good, for the highest good of all around me. In every brick surrounding you, those thought forms, strong and powerful, building your castle of light, of strength, of love. I love myself. I accept all that I am. I give thanks for this life. They are working hard, the spirit guides and helpers and many fairy folk coming forward now, building your fortress of light. You can see through it. You can see what is happening all around you, but you can feel the strength and the power of these walls of positive affirmation. I have all I need in great abundance. All I need comes to me in the beauty way with the greatest of ease. Feel the thoughts going into every brick. Every brick emanates out into the universe, these positive affirmations that are creating safety, power, presence, protection for you. The wall is growing higher and higher. It is as though the positivity is rising up inside all the bricks, all your positive statements and affirmations melding together in a power, a divine power of your presence that is emanating. Breathe deep. I let go of all the pain and suffering of the past and bring all of my soul's colors to radiate here in my fortress of light. Seeing those guides and helpers building the walls of light, brick by brick, thought by thought. I am strong. I am fully present here in my body upon the earth. The walls are getting very high now, and yet you can see right through them. There are beings coming to your assistance, drawn by the positivity, magnetized by your soul's colors. Fairy folk, land spirits, water spirits, beings of the air coming, surrounding you with another layer of their presence. For of course you have come to help them, all those who are part of the earth, part of the ecosystem, part of life itself, the wondrous, thriving, miraculous earth. Feeling your love for the earth, for all the beings. Opening your heart. The walls are high now. And now we are calling the angelic beings to stand guard and defend your fortress of light, wherein you are manifesting divine presence, wherein you are co-creating all the visions for the divine plan to be manifested. And as the angelic beings take their places all around the ramparts of your fortress, you look up and you can see the sky. And you can see the birds flying overhead, watching. And you can feel the upliftment of your soul. There is a staircase that leads up. For now, the great crown center, the roof of lights, is being brought in by archangelic beings. That dome of light, and within it, your crown center, you can feel it, the thoughts that are coming in from the angelic realms of pure compassion and love, and the weaving of threads of light that make a multicolored strand of color like stained glass in the light-penetrated roof of the fortress of your mind. I am the pure positivity of my timeless higher self. The divine mind pours through me pure light that becomes the thoughts of compassion, of pure goodness, of love, presence. All that I say, all that I feel and think and do comes from the love in my heart. The angelic sentries are looking out into the universe and sending my love out and drawing towards me divine presence coming in through the rainbow light above me. Feel within yourself the inspiration coming in as you stand high, connected, very close to the sky, looking down at your fortress, and you realize you have many, many helpers who are continuing to strengthen the construct of your fortress, who are working with you, who are bringing you special powers, who know you in ways that perhaps you are still getting to know yourself. And amongst those who are in your mental fortress, there are aspects of your being communing with spirit beings, your inner child, any wounded aspects of you. You are both the overseer and the creator, and you are also he or she who occupies this fortress and needs all that protection. And as you come down the steps now into that wholly created, negative proof fortress of light, you know you can relax. You can come down and play with your child. You can be in your space and feel totally safe. And you remember Shungite, and you remember the crystals. And now, with all of your beloved spirit family and friends, you bring all your crystals in your mind's eye that you have in your home, all the Shungite, and you place the etheric crystals that are physical in your world, but you remember them and you put them in strategic places, making a grid of light, of beauty, and of power. Spend a little while thinking about that. And if some of you don't have crystals, I would like you to plant some flowers. Flowers have great power, and they are living, as the crystals are in another dimension. And wherever you plant a flower, which also you can do as well as crystals, wherever you plant a flower, the flower being comes to stand by their flower, and you are peopling your whole fortress with beings of the other worlds. The crystalline beings come. Now we have the Akashic record keepers, those who are overseeing your book of life. And they come and they stand in strategic places, tall crystalline beings of light. Breathing. And now you will bring your art form or your special gift and give gifts of art or of music or of dance or of poetry. You yourself weaving your way around the edges of your fortress, dancing, singing, making poetry, laughing, making music, beautifying your fortress on the inside, for there is no war here. There is nothing that can disturb your peace, and here you can expand and feel the nourishment coming in from the divine light that shines deep into the fortress of your mind. I am one with the creator, creatrix of all life. Feel that truth within you. And then just come to a beautiful place in the center of your fortress where you have built somewhere to sit and be comfortable, and invite your guides and helpers and other ascended and divine beings. Feel that there is there a little waterfall and some flowers and some shrubs, and there in the center a small, beautiful acknowledgement of the beauty of nature, of the power of the spirit beings, and of the light that is pouring in from the skylight, the rainbow, beautiful stained glass of your fortress of the mind. I am whole and I am strong. I am love and I am peace. I give thanks for my life and all the beings who are here to protect me, to bring healing and love and blessings into my life. And I bring my light to radiate out from this fortress into the world. And feel the lights shining at the top as you put them on to radiate your light presence throughout the universe. Blessings and peace to you, ones.
Blessings and peace. Wow, I'm going to have to do that meditation again.
Peace, beloved.
That was very powerful.
It is really needed at this time that all of you just really feel any places where you got to strengthen your mind and just do that meditation or similar. Understand that your mind is indeed your creation. Peace.
Peace. Hannah Harris said she pulled the card upright from her energy deck, Archangel Michael.
Aha, there you are.
Chakra.
Wonderful, dear one.
Timmy Danger says, always on point. JT peace, blessings and peace to all the beautiful orbs of light in the presence of beautiful Chung Fu. It's always an honor.
Great love, dear one.
Many hearts from Transcendental. I don't know who that is, but we like the name. Zoe Appleyard Willis. Blessings, Chung Fu. Lady Anique. Oh wow. Lots of hearts. And someone asked who was the presence at the beginning, and I replied, I said the first presence who came through is an aspect of the goddess, the divine mother, Isa. It's Isis that they know of ancient Egypt, but of course being a 10th dimensional aspect of the divine mother, she is of course older and much faster. But yeah, Derpal, I needed that so much. I felt very invaded this week. Well, we're glad you could join us.
Wonderful, beloved. Blessings and peace to you, Derpal.
Rachel Meyer, how beautiful is that journey just taken with Chung Fu? Yeah.
Great love, beloved.
Absolutely. And just reminding you all that on the last live I showed the Tessit rocks, these beautiful new rocks that I have in, and they're now on my website, which is jrocker.com/crystals, and you'll see at the bottom of the page there is the Tessit rocks, pronounced TSESIT rocks. So if you want to, I know some of you asked about them and where you could get them, so those are on my website. Also, we have lots of beautiful shungite on my website, elite shungite and other shungite things. So if you are needing shungite or want to use some shungite to purify your water, then do go and check that out on my website. And if you want to leave a donation today for Sally, you'll see a link in the description after this video has uploaded. If you want to support Chung Fu's beautiful wisdom and meditations and teachings, going farther afield, and we're also manifesting lots of things here on the land. We're building a new temple for Chung Fu on the land. So yeah, all donations are very welcome. We don't really seem to be having any questions. So is there a magic... Oh, there was a couple here. Hadn't seen them before. Thank you, Ching Fu. Oh, Joni, thank you. Ching Fu. Thank you, Chung Fu. Tegwin. Yo, Chung Fu, looking good.
Greetings.
Love you. Thank you.
Greetings, dear one. Yes.
Melvin Huggins. A wonderful connection and practical meditation. Gratefully received.
Great love, dear one.
Joni Ward. Is there a magic cure to relax my colon?
Well, the colon is very important. As you know, maybe you could say it's the first brain. So clearly there's a lot going on for you. You know, we were talking about building the fortress of mind, but really the mind is very much in the belly as well. So your colon is clearly carrying some anxiety. You know, tension is always obviously, you know, where you've put the anxiety. Why tension? Well, because to keep everything down, you have to be like that. and it's inside. So when you think about it, see, breathing is so important, probably the most important thing that you need to focus on at the moment. And noticing, breathing inside your mind, think to yourself, it's got to get in there, this relax, I got to relax in there, and start to really feel where the breath is going in there. It is a practice. It's also an initiation to get in touch with organs on the inside that you can feel are not functioning properly, because there's always the reason. The soul speaks in that sense through your body, through your sensations. So what this basically means is a number of things. You don't want to let go of something. That is usually pain and some issue that is kind of stuck. You haven't resolved it in some way. It's still, it just won't move. And because it won't move, the body goes into a kind of cramping around that substance that's there in the colon. And you think about it, it's processing food. It's processing. Well, everything in life is food. Everything you're taking in is either poison, it's either bad for you or it's good for you. So what I would say is that something you have absorbed is, and your body is really telling you, I don't know about this. I need to sort of, get hold of it and control it. And somehow in that way, the tension arises. So try to think back as to, well, what are you hanging on to? What do you need to let go of? And breathe and really focus on relaxing. And it should move. Peace, beloved.
We'll do 2 more questions and then we'll round up. Emily Shalom, I don't know if we have the opportunity for questions. I am wondering what Chung Fu's thoughts are on the Arab-Israeli conflict. Sorry if now is not the time.
Yes, that is a deep subject. It's very ancient history, as you know. It's a long-standing situation, national standoff for thousands of years, actually. And what is here is a deep conflict within the ancestors. So you've got some very spiritual people, but they're allowing themselves to carry the rage of the ancestors, the rage of the past wounding, of the confrontations of centuries, going right the way back into biblical times. And you understand, oh yes, oh my goodness, of course. How could I forget, really? This goes right back to creation, you could say, beyond, in fact, what the human mind can remember. There's just this kind of aggravation and confrontation. You're right, I'm wrong. It's my God. No, it's my God. No, God's worse. God's better. Whatever it is, and it's not just the Arabs and Israelis. It's many. It's multiple inside those nations. Conflict gives rise to conflict, and at the present time, it's very serious because what's happening behind the scenes. So behind the scenes, you see, all over the world, there are holy people, God's people, Goddess's people, the people of spirit, the people who know connection, who do genuinely connect. They call it this, they call it that, in various religions. But behind the scenes, you see, there are those also who, well, shall we say, they don't know how to call the divine. They can't, they don't have connection. They walked away. They forgot. They were deluded. They went against their deep knowledge. So behind the scenes, there's a manipulation of those good people upon the earth, all of whom have different beliefs. But behind the scenes, we can say they are very negative forces that do not want harmony upon the earth and manipulate relatively small differences to make them huge, to make them mean my God's better than your God. Or that's a very sort of shorthand way of talking about it. And it is those entities behind the scenes that really are disconnected from the divine. You could say, well, we don't fight. The light beings don't fight. We just encompass and infiltrate and bring more and more lights and love in. And then what happens is the dark beings or the negative beings cannot stand the light. So the more light we bring, the more they disappear and move away because they want to have their way and do what they have decided to do. And so it is upon the earth equally that what we are bringing in, all those gathered here, is a different kind of spirituality that is all-encompassing, that is not divided into religions, that honors the differences between all the points of view and all the names of God and Goddess through all the cultures, realizing that this agenda has been pushed from the back, from inside, from the weaknesses, from the egos and the self-importances of human souls that do not understand that truth is much greater than what they are being told. And truth unifies, it does not divide. And truth brings love and beauty, not fear and hatred. So at this time, that's right, Israel and the Arabs, they are enacting, you could say, an archetype within the world, an extreme archetype of conflict. And it is all based in, what is in fact something happening at a much deeper, a much older level. It's being manifest upon the earth. Peace.
Peace. Moss 52, I think this is Silas. My cousin had an operation a couple of days ago to get the use of his arms back. Can you shed any light on what is happening for him? Do you need the name?
I need the name, and I also need to know, did they have any other medical interventions recently of any kind?
Yeah. Silas, if you could just type in a full name there, that would be great.
And also any other medical interventions, particularly anything like the vaccine or anything like that, or being in any way interfered with by any of the medical profession at this time, prior to this. Maybe as a child, also whether they're vaccinated as a child. There's something obviously here that's happening in that central nervous system. So I just tracing that back, and for speed, obviously I can go in myself, but there are others. So perhaps you could bring that information a bit there. Peace.
Oliver Ward, and I'm just seeing if he writes anything else. Yeah, if you could write in, Silas, whether he had any other intervention, that would be great.
Something has happened at birth to that man.
Right.
There's been something, it's been there. It's something that is brought out by some kind of either life event, trauma, or, as I say, possibly some kind of interference.
He's had trouble with paralysis and had an operation that made it worse a while ago.
I thought so.
But nothing about the Maxine.
No, all right, that's good. I think there were some in the early life that were a problem. I think you know, if you could look back and find out the history in the childhood, was there a MMR vaccine given to him, or the polio vaccine given to him? Because I have some kind of medical interference that's really early on. So there could be the use of homeopathy to really assist those old vaccines. They could be mitigated in that way. So it'd be good to find that out and to follow through with. There are some really good modern homeopaths that can work vibrationally and remove those blocks that are they're affecting the brain in the motor centers. So this looks to me, as I say, it's looking as the result of some sort of invasion and interference. Of course, probably done, maybe with the best of intentions, but the point is that doesn't matter. The point is discovering at this point what kinds of treatment can actually bring back those nerves, because it's the nervous system, it's the neurology that's in the brain, it's the connection, it's the synapses, it's what's going on between you could say the desire or the will and the actual command.
We'll do one more question, then we'll have to round up because Sally has a client in about 10 minutes. So, Tony Michitelli, how can I heal my chronic inflammation around my heart, chronic fatigue in my central nervous system? And should I do the vaccine against the CV?
Negative. Absolutely, definitely negative. Have you tried the C60 of the Chungite? The C60, which is the fullerene, very anti-inflammatory and very much increasing your longevity, giving you a lot of power to clear free radicals, to really give your heart a chance to calm down. There's a lot of emotional stress in you, so I also recommend some spiritual work. You could always come forward for a one-to-one just to learn to deal with some trauma that you're carrying there that's actually lying underneath that inflammation. It's understanding that of course, I'm sure you realize the psychosomatic element is huge here, and the C60 oil, perhaps you can explain it, is the fullerene molecule taken in an oil. It is an oil within a coconut or an olive oil.
The olive oil is the better one to take. It goes further. Yeah.
So it's just to understand you can get it and it's going to assist you greatly. There are other remedies for your heart that can assist, but this is the first one I would suggest to reduce the inflammation. And there is also Crataegus, which is the crabapple tincture, which strengthens the heart. But right now, wait for that one. Just take the C60 oil, which is commonly available, and is extremely, anti-inflammatory, anti-carcinogenic. It is really going to help to build your heart strength back up again. Peace.
Yeah, Tony, if you do want to come forward and have a one-to-one with Chung Fu, you can email Sophie at sophie.deepconnection@gmail.com. And if you want to message me, I can also type you that email. You can message me on Facebook. Also, just want to let you know, if any of you haven't been made aware, we have got a beautiful community of like-minded brothers and sisters in Chung Fu's Facebook group, which is the Teachings of Ascended Master Chung Fu on Facebook. So if you want to come and join that group, you're really welcome. So yeah, Tony, if you want to book a one-to-one, you can do that. Just drop Sophie an email at sophie.deepconnection@gmail.com. Silas says, thank you, Chung Fu. I think we'll just squeeze one last one in, which is just a quick one from Melvin Huggins. I believe that there are messages within the tones of the voice at the beginning. Any comments, please?
Well, you understand, beloved, this is the Divine Mother. This is the birthing of the new reality.
Oh, he says messages of all voice. He believes there's messages within the tones of all voice messages. Any comments, please?
All voice messages.
Yeah.
So not particularly about
Yours
Isa
as well, like Chung Fu's, like any ascended being.
So that is exactly that last word. It's the fact that you can hear, beloved, that you are attuned and you understand the emanation, you understand the sourcing, and you have it within yourself. You can hear our presence, you can hear, in that sense, the frequency. It's a frequency understanding within you. Not all people can hear it, actually, beloved. Yes, it's there. It's actually there even in what you call silence, because on one level, you see, it's about the extraordinary stretch. The frequencies go obviously beyond the human ear and beyond the human eye, or if you like, even the inner eye to see the light. So you are constantly evolving, that's right, and hearing new frequencies. So that's quite right. There are messages. They are messages always of hope, in that sense, that our beings, that the ascended beings bring through, of hope, of elevation, of joy, of ecstasy, of divinity, of oneness, and of love, of course. And you know that, you can feel that. That's you could say that's where you are all going, or you could say that's where you're all returning to. And these messages are coming through very strongly at the moment. It's a wonderful question. Peace, dear one.
Peace, Chung Fu. Thank you so much.
So I'm going to finish with a little gentle meditation for you all. Deep within you, such a knowledge exists. And to round off our meditation and creative visualization, and I do recommend that you work in that way within yourself, strengthening your pituitary, your pineal, and the whole mechanism of your divine thinking, your divine visualizing. I want you to imagine you have this incredible fortress, but also underneath the ground, in the earth, there are deep and hidden magical temples of transformation. You could say that inside the earth, beneath your fortress, the great Earth Mother is calling you to also heal all past lives. That there on the very ground and beneath and inside, you could say inside you, inside your lower chakras, in your child self, there is much to be healed, however much work you have done. And then you can go down staircases in 3 or 4 places, and there are special, beautiful, healing temples to your inner child at various ages. And I would like you to gently explore. Feel yourself going down one flight of steps. Look down, look within. Call forward an aspect of your inner child. Notice who comes forward. Notice how you feel about your inner child, that you are indeed protecting your inner child at this time, every single one of you, because you're very aware of the dangers all around you and of the changing times, and that you are leading with your intelligence, with your divine knowing, you are leading yourself into a rebirth, into an ascended rebirth, a new you coming forward for these new times. And when you go down into that deep chamber, you are quiet and you are reverent and you are honoring, because this inner child is a seer. This inner child is the deep wisdom of your soul. This inner child knows many things, though they may not have language yet. But you are going to bring that strength of your mind that you could say rises up, that is your construct, but you're going to bring it down into your subconscious. You're going to bring this positive power of thought into the depths of you, into your inner child, into the places of unconsciousness or subconsciousness. You can feel yourself calling angelic beings to come down with you off the ramparts, to come down to bring the power of your child back up to the lights. Or perhaps you are going to train your child self to be strong like the warrior that you are, and so you're going to get aspects that have been hidden away, that have hidden themselves away to protect themselves, to become invisible, because there has been danger or trauma in your life at various times. And so this work of integrating, so vital to have the resource of purity, of innocence, the beauty of your child, the simplicity of your child self, and feel yourself going down and coming back up and seeing the look of wonder as your child peeks out from the top of the steps and looks around and sees the angelic beings, the spirit beings, all the relations, all who dwell in this fortress between the worlds of spirit and matter, where your mind is trying to make sense of everything and has constructed a place of safety, where all can gather, where great debates can happen, sometimes between parts of your mind and other parts of your mind, or between your child and your adult, or between your ancestors and you coming forward now. And feeling you take your child in your arms and lift him up out of the subconscious and help him take his place in the circle of wisdom of all the relations and ancestors, and bring his voice and hear him or her voice speak and feel, yes, I love my inner child. Bringing your child back to your heart. I hold my child close to my heart. I breathe strength into all places of vulnerability within my child self. I give love to my own being, that I am growing stronger every day. And now, as we come to the end of this meditation, I want you to imagine that you bring that whole fortress all around you, really close to your body, as though it is literally just encircling your body a few feet around, and all the beings are bringing all their power into your light body and into your heart, body and mind here on earth. And breathe in and feel that strength coming close. That light's fortress becomes even more dense with light, dense with power, strength. There's a mighty field around you. Take a big breath. Feel your child right there by you. Breathe. Show him or her your strength, your smile. Nothing stronger than joy and love, positivity and clarity. Breathing. And feeling that all belongs to you. Knowing that you can strengthen it, you can add to it, can bring different forms, shapes, sizes. You can create it all anew every day. Or you can use the construct you've already made, but always your soul will call you to beautify, embellish, lift up, fill with light all of your creations. And remember, your creations begin in your heart, in your mind. And if you can keep those thought forms connected to your heart, you will be ever stronger. And you will radiate the light and draw towards you all your needs with the greatest of ease. So just breathe for a moment and bring it all back to you. And today we give thanks to all of you for coming forward, to your guides and your helpers, and all your beloved relations in the spirit world. We give thanks to all the ascended beings, to the angelic and the archangelic beings. Give thanks to all the deities who are part of your life and with whom you weave a great web of light divine that is like a great canopy, a shield holding you strong. Give thanks to all your allies in the worlds of nature, in all the elements all around you. We give thanks to the elemental beings, spirits, powers, deities, all the solar lords, feminine and masculine powers of the sun. We give thanks. We honor the Christ light beaming in from the cosmic central sun, creator, creatrix divine. We give thanks to all your allies who walk the earth, or fly in the air, or swim in the oceans and rivers, and the serpentine beings who come forward, bringing you their special gifts, powers, and blessings. All your allies come forward to grow with you and evolve with you, and we give thanks for all they bring. To all the beings of light, wonderful extraterrestrial and star beings coming forward at this time to assist you all, we give thanks. We give thanks for the overlighting protection, the love, the blessings, the peace, grace, and beauty, the power and strength, the wisdom, the inspiration, healing, and compassion of the all-in-one divine presence deep within. Blessings and peace to you, ones.